Hey guys, real quick before we do get into this video, I do want to announce we're doing a giveaway on the channel. Once we hit 7,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away this Mando Build-A-Pack. You do actually have to be subscribed to the channel though, so make sure to hit that sub button. And we are actually doing a timed giveaway as well. This one is going to be based on whether you guys can hit a certain sub goal by a certain time. So this Ahsoka right next to the Mando, we're actually giving away at 7,000 as well, but only if we hit 7K by May 10th. You guys have a little under a month, and I know you guys can do it. You guys have been absolutely smashing that sub button lately, so thank you guys so much for all the support. And basically, if you didn't know how the giveaways work on my channel, once we hit 7K, I will make a giveaway video. All you have to do is make sure you're subbed and then comment on that giveaway video to answer, and I'll just pick a random comment from the comments using a random comment generator. So make sure you're subbed to enter that giveaway, and on to the video. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lukenessmonster, and this is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 72. This series on the channel will answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below on this week's video, and I will try my very best to get it answered. First question from Hoth Productions. He asks, what are your thoughts on the knockoff Aliexpress clone troopers? I've heard they have a better articulation and are also great for army building. So I do have mixed emotions about this. Obviously, they are knockoff clones, which means they are technically illegal for these companies to make because they are ripping off Hasbro's products. But they are honestly really good. I don't personally own any, but from all of the other people that I've talked to that do own them, they say that the quality is almost exactly the same as Hasbro's, and plus they are actually cheaper. If you go to AliExpress, I believe they're between 16 and 20 bucks, and they don't run out, whereas it's pretty hard to find a Black Series figure in stores nowadays, and if you do, it's a good $25-$26. So you're getting your you're getting your price worth out of it. But for me, honestly, I would only buy them for customs, and that's because they actually sell a plain Phase 2 clone body on the new clone body, which is something that we don't have yet in the Black Series, and I would probably just buy these for customs, mainly decaling, because with the normal clone you have to paint it all white before you can decal, and it is just kind of a pain. So the fact that you could go out and buy just an already plain Phase 2 clone like this is great, and so I do want to do different like decals and make a custom hard case or kicks. For example, I know Etsy, they sell like decal sheets, so I think I might have to buy a few of these knockoff clones and just decal them and make them more of customs than knockoffs. The next question from CT782 Heavy. He asks, is there any chance of getting a Black Series Gregor? What do you think? So 100% I think there is a chance of getting him. At this point, I think that Hasbro is going to try to use that Hunter body as much as possible, and honestly the Hunter body is pretty close to Gregor's body, so I would not be surprised if they decided to reuse it for Gregor. I think it's more of a matter of when. We don't really know when we could get this, but I do think it'll happen eventually. The next question from Mitch Allen 782. He is actually a channel member, so before I do get into his comment, I do want to say thank you so much for being a channel member. If you guys do want to become a member, go down and hit that join button. It is by no means required to watch the channel, but it does help out quite a bit, and I would greatly appreciate it. Mitch Allen says, do you think it would be a great idea if Hasbro were to re-release Gree, Wolf, Cody, etc. on the new clone body? We know they won't, but maybe. So yeah, honestly, I have mixed emotions about it. I think it depends. It doesn't necessarily have to be the new clone body, but I think on the new kind of Jet Trooper body, which is basically the Rex body, I think that would be alright, but I do think the movie clones, like Gree and Cody, should be on the more realistic style body, like that 501st Jet Trooper body. With somebody like Wolf, I think maybe the newer clone body might work better with just because that's more of an animated stylistic kind of body, whereas in the Jet Trooper body is a more realistic body. So I think it just depends on where the clone's from. But I do think all of them definitely need upgrades because the original clone body is really, really bad. The next question from Nathan Harris. He says, will we get more ship models like the T-85 X-Wing? This is a great question, and honestly, I think we have a decent shot of getting it. Hasbro hasn't done a vehicle in quite a while. The last one they did was the Snowspeeder, but honestly, I really hope they do. I'm a huge fan of vehicles in the Black Series, and honestly, I think an X-Wing is a great choice for one. Just recently, Hasbro did I believe it was a $230 playset for the Vintage Collection, but it was like the Boba Fett / Jabba's Palace. And honestly, looking at that for that price range, I think Hasbro could do a vehicle for around the same price range for Black Series. I think an X-Wing would probably be between $200 and $250, so I think that fits perfectly into that kind of price range where it would be an amazing vehicle release, but it wouldn't have to be a HasLab. So that's 100% what I think will happen. I don't know when we would get it, but I really do hope we get it, because that would be amazing, and I would definitely buy one. The next question from Not Your Average YouTube User. He says, possibility of getting a MagnaGuard in the main line. One of the ones I'd like to see the most. Honestly, I could agree as well. We have such poor Separatist representation in the line as of right now. All we really have is the Battle Droid and the Heavy Battle Droid. We don't have any other versions of Separatist droids at all, and it really sucks. We need the Super Battle Droid, we need the Droideka, we need the Droid Commander, which is the droid with the yellow markings. We need MagnaGuards. There's so much stuff we need in the Black Series, and I think a MagnaGuard is a great start. I think we also need Super Battle Droid, of course, but MagnaGuards are super cool, and it's one that I really like to see. So I think it's definitely possible. Maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, hopefully, but yeah, I think it is definitely possible. The next question from Echo Bricks. He says, how did you start collecting action figures? And also, you've been doing a great job with the videos lately. Thank you so much. I do really appreciate it. I started collecting action figures. Well, I've been buying action figures ever since I was little. I've been playing with Star Wars ones for quite a while, but I didn't really collect them. I just bought ones that I thought was cool. But right around the release of Rise of Skywalker and The Mandalorian, they kind of released a few months apart, and I really got back into Star Wars. Before that, I was kind of on a Star Wars drought. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't anything that I was super into. But then I saw Rise of Skywalker. Actually, I hadn't seen it yet, but I was trying to get into it because I was super hyped for the movie. But I just saw The Mandalorian, and I really wanted a Mandalorian figure. And so the Black Series was really the only one on the market. So I bought the Black Series one, and then I also saw the Carbonized Sith Trooper as well because Rise of Skywalker was about to come out, and I thought it looked super cool. So I ended up buying both of those, and that just really got me into Black Series. And ever since then, I've been making videos and collecting. The next question from Gman16, he asks, with the new Obi-Wan series coming, do you think we'll get some new Inquisitors in the Black Series? I think the only one we got is the Second Sister from Fallen Order. So yeah, the Second Sister is the only one we currently have in the line, but I think with Kenobi, Hasbro's going to take every single chance they can get to make figures, and so I think we're definitely going to be getting all of the Inquisitors in the Kenobi line. I think we're going to get the Grand Inquisitor, we're going to get the Second Brother, I believe was one of them in there, but we're also going to get the 2 or 3 new Inquisitors as well. So yeah, Hasbro's going to take every chance they can get to make figures off Kenobi. So I think, yeah, Inquisitors are going to be definitely top tier choices for Hasbro. And honestly, I would not be complaining because I absolutely love Inquisitors so much, and they look great on my shelf as well. So yeah, I'd really hope they go ahead and make some of these Inquisitors. J. Prasad says, spoiler if you haven't seen Book of Boba Fett, I don't know if you've been asked this already, but is Cad Bane still alive in your opinion? So 100% I think he's dead. I love Cad Bane, but that far after Return of the Jedi, I just don't think he's that useful, and honestly I think that was the right move to kill him off. I think that brought a lot of character development to Boba Fett, and I think he is dead. I don't see him coming back. I don't see any reason for him. He's a Clone Wars character, and I think you could maybe use him in Kenobi or some other shows like that, but I don't think there's any reason to keep him alive past Return of the Jedi. So, no, I think he is dead, yes. Then the last question for today from Star Wars Collector, he asks, do you think the reason Hasbro hasn't made any Book of Boba Fett figures is because they don't want to make it off concept art, and they already have some peg warmers on shelves? So, no, I don't think that's the reason. I think the reason is that currently they just have a lot of shipping issues right now. A lot of stuff is delayed, and a lot of stuff isn't supposed to release until like 2023. So I think they're just trying to get some of their already existing pre-orders and other orders shipped out before they start revealing new stuff like that. So I do think we will get some more Book of Boba Fett figures, but probably not for a little while. But honestly, there's not a ton more figures I can do from the show. I think you could do Black Chrysanthemum, I think you could do Cad Bane, but other than that, I don't think anything else would really sell super well. Like, maybe you could do some of the mods, but I don't think the mods would sell well. I think they'd pegworm pretty hard. Maybe you could do some Tusken Raiders, but other than that, I just don't know what else you could do from the show. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we got. Maybe just a Black Chrysanthemum and a Cad Bane, and I'd be pretty good with the figures from that show. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe. And leave a question in the comments for next week if you want me to answer it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.